Before long, the prince arrived in another kingdom. The king there had announced that whoever could guess the shape of the princess's birthmark under her armpit would be able to marry her and inherit the throne. Noblemen from all over the land came to try their luck, but none of them guessed correctly. The prince paced back and forth on the streets, deep in thought. A blacksmith, noticing the prince's noble aura, immediately guessed that he was royalty and stepped forward to offer advice. The blacksmith suggested that he forge a hollow metal bull, allowing the prince to hide inside. Then, the blacksmith would sell the golden bull at the market, where the princess would see it and hopefully buy it. That night, the prince could secretly come out and see the princess's birthmark for himself. The two agreed to the plan and set it in motion. The next day, the princess saw the dazzling golden bull and instantly fell in love with it. She begged the king to buy it for her. That night, when the princess fell asleep, the prince climbed out of the bull through a small door on its side. He sneaked to her bedside and easily saw the birthmark. Overjoyed, the prince couldn't help but laugh out loud, accidentally waking the princess. Seeing a stranger in her room, the princess screamed. However, she quickly became captivated by the prince's striking appearance, and the two exchanged glances filled with affection. A few words were all it took for them to fall for each other. After spending the night together, the prince asked the princess to find a way to secretly send him and the golden bull out of the palace. The next morning, the princess claimed that she had accidentally broken the bull's ear and asked the king to send it back for repairs. Once the golden bull was sent away, the prince climbed out and went to the palace to see the king, declaring that he could guess the princess's birthmark. To ensure absolute accuracy, the prince pretended to think about it for 3 days. When the princess became impatient, he finally revealed the answer. Her birthmark was in the shape of the sun, moon, and stars. The king was thrilled to hear the correct answer and immediately granted the prince both his daughter's hand in marriage and the entire kingdom. The prince then invited his sister and parents to join him, and they held a long and joyous wedding celebration.